again. Okay, so this is round 2. Yeah, so France and Poland are tied together in destiny, and you know, during the French Revolution, France was torn about the revolution. That's when the Germans and the Russians used that time to take over Poland. And then when Napoleon conquered Poland, he brought back to life. He created a new Polish state.
And if
so,
actually in the past, in the 1600s, they actually had a whole there was a market, a big market. They were actually they actually considered themselves the center of Europe.
Right, and they were like one of the only republics around. That was one of the reasons they had a very weak government, because any member of their Congress, I don't know what it was called, could veto everything.
Yeah,
so
they actually had a big market.
Right.
Everyone from all different corners of Europe, speaking all different languages, would come to, and it would be like so it would be very. I mean, I think it would be like all different languages. You would see all different languages. You would hear all different languages, and you would be seeing things coming from all different parts of of Europe, and that was just kind of amazing. I mean.
And plus, they're the ones who saved Europe from the Turks, right? At the Battle of Budapest. Is it Budapest? No, Vienna. They got all the way to Vienna. The Austrians were ready to give up, and the Polish cavalry came from the sunset and saved all of Europe from the Turks. And then the Austrians paid them back by taking over Poland. But yes, Poland is the one who saved Vienna in the 1688, I believe. So that's another thing about Poland.
Yes, where are you from?
Well, I'm a mix of stuff, but you know, actually a Mongolian. You know, the country of Genghis Khan. In fact.
Genghis Khan. Wow.
Yeah.
You don't look it.
Oh, really? Well, I look. It doesn't really matter. Not to say a guessing game. You know now.
Has the camera seen you yet?
Yeah. Actually, that was a bit of the problem. Too much if it was just me talking to the camera, and you know, I have this camera I could take anywhere, but I could have just gotten a webcam if it was just going to be me sitting on the couch talking to the camera. So I'm very glad that I'm finally doing a good few action films and the field instead of just me sitting on the couch, you know, talking. Although here we are in this beautiful park, and it's just you sitting in the chair talking, so I don't know, maybe it's not that big a difference. But you got the nice tree in the background, so it's outdoorsy.
Focusing on different parts of the park, and we focus on the two people right in front, and they would notice your like emotions. Right. They'll be able to see all the emotions coming from you. Right. And your actions, and from emotions you could tell what the person feels about something. Yeah,
it's kind of weird here, right? I mean, you got you sitting there talking, and then it's like a voice coming down from heaven talking back to you. It's a little weird, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, because hopefully they'll know me as a character and know, oh, that voice is that guy who sits on the couch all the time.
The voice of God.
Yeah. Oh, the voice of God, that works too. You know, that's a mystical experience.
Yes.
So, what kind of job are you looking for?
Well, anything right now.
Anything,
Maybe this will go places.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
maybe someone will see.
Well, I mean, if you got a lot of time on your hands, I mean, and unemployment, you could always sign up and do future films if you're interested.
Right now, I'm looking for a clerical receptionist job. Did an entry. I type 70 words a minute, and I'm pretty good at it. I mean,
you know, I'm a pretty fast typer myself, and I only use 2 fingers.
Actually, that's the same thing with me.
Same with you. See, we got a whole 2-finger fan club, you know. And like I've tried a couple of times to learn the good way, but I'm so set on 2 fingers. I tried the good way too,
but I mean, I type like 30 words a minute, 98% accuracy, and so that's good enough as it is. You don't really need to type with all 10 fingers if you could do that.
Yeah,
but if you're able to do that, I wonder how fast you can go with all 10 fingers.
Who knows? Maybe it'd be slower. I mean, maybe there's something to the 2 fingers. I mean, these are the pointy fingers, you know. It's what's meant to. It's the strongest human finger from evolution or something.
I would think the thumb would be the strongest one, because without the thumb you would have no grip.
Yeah, but I don't know if the thumb is very good for pressing, you know.
Yes, but I don't know if you didn't have the thumb, maybe the pointer finger wouldn't really...
Oh, yeah, I mean, opposable thumbs is a very important... I mean, that's what separates us from the animals. I'm not gonna... But I mean, for clicking, I think these are the 2 best fingers.
Yes.
So why use the inferior one? Sort of like the division of labor from David Ricardo, you know. You know David Ricardo at all, economics?
I'm interested in learning.
Oh, alright, well David Ricardo, he was the guy who came after Adam Smith, and he had this whole theory of comparative advantage. And he said, let's say England is better at making everything, and Spain sucks at everything, so should England even trade with Spain? And he was saying, even though England could say, make both cars and airplanes better, let's say they're super good at making airplanes, but they're also better at making cars, they should concentrate on making airplanes and let Spain make the cars.
You're talking about England now?
Excuse me?
What country are you talking about?
England and Spain, but it's just an example.
I was reading about the
but you know, that's
Concord.
But I was just making it up. It could have been any country.
No, I know. The Concord. You know,
oh yeah, the special European. Those are French though, aren't they? Oh no, they're English.
Air France.
Air France,
Air France, yeah. And but I mean, you know, all different countries from America to Russia.
You know, Tolkien, the guy who wrote Lord of the Rings,
Tolkien, yes.
He wrote on his tax forms not 1 cent for Concord. He didn't want 1 penny of his taxes going to Concord for some reason. I don't know the story behind it, but since you mentioned it. So yeah, I mean, the idea is, even though England could make everything better than Spain, they should still just concentrate on what they're best at and let Spain, say, make the cars, even though England can make better cars anyway.
I don't...
Concentrate on what you're best at.
Well, I think, yeah, you should focus on what you're best at.
Even though you would be better at everything. So let's say you can also make great cars, but that's not your best skill. You should let Spain do the cars, even though you could do it better, because
but then,
it's division of labor.
Maybe, I don't know, I mean...
Well, because there's only so much you can do. So every car you make, that means less airplanes are being made.
Yeah,
and you can make airplanes the best.
Advancement of that would advance the country and their technology, but I feel like I would feel bad for the workers because they would lose their jobs.
Right.
And, or they would have to, and I don't know, I mean, maybe it would be their jobs, I mean, like here, with the factories.
Right.
Like, I mean, in the far, in the,
well, that's true. Actually, David Ricardo was in a controversy like that. The corn, they used to grow corn in England, and the corn people wanted protection to keep the cheap continental corn out of England. And David Ricardo was big as part of the anti-corn league. He wanted free trade with the corn, and for like the cheap corn to come in from Europe. Yeah, even back then they had the same sort of controversy.
You look a lot like my cousin Jules, actually.
Cousin Jules. See, just my looks or the get-up? I mean, anything with the just the face.
Yeah, you look like you're Spanish a little.
A little Spanish.
But you're not.
Nah. Well, you know, I got a little Peruvian blood in me somewhere. I don't know. I'm very mixed as well, so you know, I got a little everything in me. You know, the melting pot.
Maybe I should start asking you questions.
Sure. I mean, I'm glad to talk.
We can switch. You sit over here to camera.
Well, it's the show, though. You know, people want to see me on the couch again. But you know, my get-up.
If people are interviewing you after a certain part, and if you're outside here in Bryant Park, maybe people wouldn't mind seeing you again.
Maybe, but sorry, friend. That's not the show.
No.
But
bring you out back in the spotlight.
Maybe. I mean, I got the. You know, I'm usually pretty lazy about the couch videos. You know, I'm dressed like a bum. Now I got my nice fedora and the bow tie and everything. It'd be nice.
This should be your special comeback.
Yeah, it'd be nice for YouTube to see I'm not always a bum. I could do a little dress up. You know, because 1930s fashion is gonna come back soon, since we're in the middle of a Great Depression anyway. So I expect 1930s fashion to be making a comeback. Possibly. Well, listen, I mean, if you're getting a little bored of this...
I'm not getting bored.
Oh, alright, well, no. But I was just saying, if you want...
You might be bored of me.
No, but I was just saying, if you want to do something a little more interesting, I don't know about you filming me, but you could always just join, you know, because I was originally doing this with another guy, I had a partner who I met here, and his friend is in the emergency room for a taxi driver, so he had bail.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, I mean, not my friend, but his friend. I don't really know him, but yeah, that's what I was told.
Is he he okay? Do you know?
I think his friend's the one who called him, so it looks like he's probably at least survived. But he sort of rushed off, so I didn't really get the full details. I mean, you know, I really don't know. I just heard him talking on his cell phone, then he just told me he had to go, and I really didn't get the full details.
But I hope everything's
oh yes,
right.
yeah, certainly. You know, he was actually apologizing to me, and I said, you don't have to apologize to me. If your friend's in the emergency room, your friend's in the emergency room. All right, cut.